Monday in Los Angeles saw the start of the opening arguments in the trial of rapper Tory Lanez, who is charged of shooting Megan Thee Stallion in the foot. If Lanez, whose true name is Daystar Peterson, is found guilty on all three of the felony counts with which he is currently accused, he would serve more than 22 years in jail. According to Los Angeles County prosecutors Kathy Ta and Alexander Bott, Peterson is accused of shooting the rapper, whose true name is Megan Pete, during a dispute that started inside a car in the Hollywood Hills. In relation to three distinct felony counts, including assault and carrying a hidden weapon inside a moving vehicle, Peterson has entered a not guilty plea. He just forfeited his right to a jury trial on the recently added felony allegation of reckless discharge of a handgun, thus Judge David Hereford will be the sole judge in that case. In response to a verbal and apparently physical altercation, Kelsey Harris, Pete Peterson's assistant and close friend, according to George Mgdesian, Peterson's defense attorney, shot the Texas-born musician. During his opening statement to the jury on Monday, Mgdesian stated, "Envy, this case is about jealousy." The feud between the rappers started more than 2 years ago when Pete was there when Peterson was detained for possessing a hidden firearm in the middle of July 2020.
Yes, this Tory shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit. Stop lying. Why lie? I don't understand. I tried to keep the situation off the internet, but you dragging it. You really fucking dragging it.
Following weeks of rumors, Pete claimed that Peterson had shot her on Instagram Live on August 20th. Both artists used their music and social media to share their sides of the story during the incident, which led to a conflict that mainly played out online. According to social media posts and lyrics in his September 2020 album, Peterson has maintained his innocence, accused Pete of lying about getting shot, and asserted that her Roc Nation management staff was attempting to frame him. In a tweet, Peterson made the suggestion that the argument was the result of an intimate relationship he had with the rapper and one of her friends. In a prominent interview with Gayle King as well as other times, Pete has adamantly denied ever having a romantic relationship with Peterson. Pete, according to the prosecution, will testify that the two rappers were indeed acquainted at one point. Pete frequently responded on social media to those who questioned her account of events, including rappers and hip-hop media figures. Pete has blasted those she perceives as being hypocritical for speaking out against police violence against black women while remaining silent or acting hostilely toward her. She stated in an opinion article published in the New York Times in October 2020, "I was shot twice as I walked away from him after a party. Even as a victim, I've encountered doubt and condemnation. My concerns about talking about what happened were, regrettably, justified based on how many have publicly questioned and argued whether I was involved in my own brutal assault." Representative Maxine Waters and Tarana Burke, the founder of the #MeToo movement, among other prominent women in politics and social justice movements, have backed Pete. They joined more than a dozen others in supporting the rapper who, according to the Southern Black Girls and Women's Consortium, is dealing with verbal and cultural abuse that never stopped. Both the defense and the prosecution's attorneys have made references to a number of well-known potential witnesses throughout jury selection. Pete would testify in the trial on Wednesday, according to Peterson's defense counsel. Other potential witnesses include Kris Jenner's boyfriend, Corey Gamble, who was also present at the house, and Kylie Jenner, who hosted the party that took place before the argument between the musicians. Additionally, lawyers anticipate calling in medical specialists and law enforcement personnel, including Ryan Stogner, a former Los Angeles police detective who Mgdesian called one of, if not the most essential witness for the defense. Stogner stated in court that he spoke with Pete twice in December of last year. She allegedly told him that as she was standing outside the SUV the two and their friends were riding in, Peterson fired at her feet. According to Rolling Stone, Peterson was intoxicated when he fired his revolver at Pete's feet while yelling, "Dance, bitch." Since allegations against Peterson were made public, he has disobeyed 2 different court orders that prohibited him from approaching Pete within 100 feet, from talking about the rapper or his legal situation to anybody who wasn't a party to the trial, on his social media accounts, or in person. He wrote tweets that Hereford assessed to be about Pete at the beginning of April, leading to a brief detention. It is anticipated that the trial would go on for at least 2 weeks.